Jehoshaphat returned safely from the battle where Ahab died. This chapter shows God's rebuke, Jehoshaphat's repentance, and his reforms to restore justice and righteousness in the land. Jehoshaphat messed up, but he listens, learns, and grows. The first part of this chapter covers Jehu rebukes Jehoshaphat. As Jehoshaphat returns to Jerusalem, God sends Jehu, son of Anani, the same family that rebuked Asa. He tells the king, "Should you help the wicked and love those who hate the Lord? Because of this, the wrath of the Lord is on you." This is a direct rebuke for partnering with Ahab, but Jehu adds something important. There is some God in you, for you have rid the land of Asherah poles and set your heart on seeking God. God rebukes, but he also recognizes repentance and devotion. Jehoshaphat receives a balanced message, both correction and encouragement. The second part of this chapter covers Jehoshaphat leads a fresh reform. Jehoshaphat responds the right way, not with anger like Asa, but with obedience. He travels among the people from Beersheba in the south to Ephraim in the north and brings them back to the Lord. A good leader doesn't only restore himself, he restores others. The third part of this chapter covers Jehoshaphat appoints judges throughout Judah. He appoints judges in all fortified cities and gives them a powerful sermon. Consider carefully what you do, for you are not judging for human beings, but for the Lord. He warns them, judge fairly, show no favoritism, take no bribes, walk in the fear of the Lord. Jehoshaphat understands a nation is only as strong as the justice in its courts. The fourth part of this chapter covers a high court in Jerusalem. He establishes a kind of supreme court in Jerusalem made up of Levites, priests, heads of families. Their job was to handle difficult cases, give legal instruction, resolve disputes, uphold God's law. Okay, so he gives them 4 instructions: act in the fear of the Lord, act faithfully, act wholeheartedly, and finally warn the people not to sin. Then he says, deal courageously, and the Lord will be with the God. And the Lord will be with the God. Yeah, with the good, sorry. Deal courageously, and the Lord will be with the good. Good leadership combines courage plus righteousness, okay? So what are the key lessons from this chapter? The first lesson is, even godly people make serious mistakes. Jehoshaphat's alliance with Ahab brought God's rebuke. Second lesson, true believers accept correction. Jehoshaphat listens and immediately reforms, unlike Asa. Third lesson, justice matters deeply to God. Okay, so judges represent God's character. Corruption is a spiritual sin. Fourth lesson, good leadership restores people to God. Jehoshaphat doesn't hide in shame. He actively leads revival again. Fifth lesson, courage is required to maintain righteousness. Justice and holiness demand bold leadership. In summary, Jehu rebukes Jehoshaphat for helping wicked King Ahab. Jehoshaphat responds with humility, traveling through Judah to bring the people back to God. He appoints righteous judges and establishes a central court in Jerusalem, commanding them to judge fairly, fear God, and act with courage. Jehoshaphat's reforms restore spiritual and legal order in the kingdom, okay?